So with that being said, we're just letting you know. Look, you can't cancel us this podcast, okay? We're just verbatim saying
We're just quoting movie
we're just
lines.
quoting the movie lines,
Yeah,
okay?
we're quoting movie lines.
Yeah. Don't get mad at us. Get mad at Ben Stiller, okay? Like camo gear or something.
Dude,
for
I
this recording.
was looking and I was like, I wish I had like some like army clothes or like, but I
Like
didn't
a
want anything like,
helmet.
yeah, I didn't want anything like, oh, dude, like a,
Yeah.
yes, like a good Vietnam helmet. It'd be
Yeah.
sick with like a cigarettes or like a bug spray in the
Yep.
band around it.
Yep, exactly.
That'd been good.
That would have been so good. Well, if you haven't already caught on, this week we're coming back with another movie pod. As you can see, we're a man down. Well, again, like we said in the last pod, we just don't think Brandon likes movies. We're just coming to that conclusion.
Brandon, it turns out Brandon hates movies.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's nothing else I can say besides the guy doesn't like movies.
Yeah. Brandon, if you're listening, let us know in the comments.
He also, clearly he's afraid of commitment.
Yeah.
He's got deep commitment issues.
We'll dive into that in our regular episode next time. See where he's at with that. But yeah, wanted to do another movie. And what better movie? Another one that was taken high in our 2000s comedy draft. Tropic Thunder.
Great movie.
Great movie. All-star cast. Throwing heat from beginning to end. We talked about Superbad when we did the Superbad movie, re-cappables, that movie would not be made in today's day and age. Tropic Thunder would 100% not be made in this day and age.
It wouldn't be made, but it's a crime against humanity that it's not being made nowadays because it's so funny. Like the whole thing is, it's making fun of everything.
Yeah, it's making fun of the whole entire Hollywood.
It's making
industry.
fun of Hollywood big time. Like the actors, how serious they take it. The movie studio. The studio executives, the actors, the agents, the key grip.
Yep. The things they do to try to win an Oscar and give like really good performances. They just make fun of it all. So with that being said, we're just letting you know, look, you can't cancel us this podcast, okay? We're just verbatim saying
we're just quoting movie lines.
We're just quoting the movie lines, okay?
Quoting movie lines.
Yeah. Don't get mad at us. Get mad at Ben Stiller, okay?
We're quoting 2008 movie lines, okay?
Yeah. And that's another thing. This movie was made by like predominantly like pretty liberal cast.
Funny people.
Just funny people who don't take offense to anything.
Comedy, things are funny because they're funny. You can't just be like, yeah, no, you're right. Everybody should just be nice to everybody and don't make fun of anybody's features or their, like their attitude or personalities. Like, no, when you make fun of them, it's, jokingly, not being mean. If you're being rude, that's being rude. Yeah. But if you're being funny, that's what makes people laugh.
Yeah, exactly. And this movie hit it right on the head. I feel like they really told the perfect line
from beginning to end, though. From beginning to end.
Yeah,
fantastic.
I
say, Anish, we're just the dudes podcasting about other dudes.
Yeah,
playing other dudes.
I remember when I saw that in the trailer, and I couldn't stop saying that line. Like I haven't even seen the movie yet, but I just couldn't stop saying that line because it's so funny.
Anish, I went into it knowing very little about him.
I think I did too. I don't
think I knew that it was a movie about people making a movie about a book, or you know what I mean. Like it's like I didn't know it was a movie about how people were trying to make a movie.
Yeah, I thought it was a legit comedy war movie.
Vietnam, like a comedy Vietnam movie. Yes,
that's what I thought it was too.
Not a lot of comedy in Vietnam. I actually just watched on Netflix. There's a Turning Point Vietnam War. Not a lot of comedy in that bad boy. 6 episodes of feeling bad.
Yeah. A lot of dark days. Oh man. All right, before we get into it, this movie had a budget of $93 million and it made $195 globally. Huge numbers for a comedy. Like huge numbers.
Especially in 2008 because nowadays, a big movie would make a Marvel superhero movie would make like $800 billion.
Oh yeah.
So but back then in 2008 making $200 million on a R-rated comedy unheard of.
Yeah, 100% unheard of. And I feel like a majority of the budget, I know they had like a lot of like explosions and stuff, but I feel like a majority of the budget went to the casting.
I mean, And it's yes, and they nailed it. Every
Yeah.
single actor, every character is like hilarious.
Yeah. Side characters, main characters,
Anish, I will
everybody.
say, I forgot how well the beginning is. It feels like you're watching a war movie. Like you could tell that they were like with the explosions and the helicopters and the, you know, the blood and the explosions and stuff. They put a lot
Yeah.
of money into that intro.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, they definitely made it feel like I was like, oh, maybe this is like an actual war comedy movie at
Right.
first.
Right.
All right, so let's get into it. First category up. If you haven't seen any of our previous movie episodes, we break it down into categories. Every movie's a little bit different depending on the movie itself. But kind of standard categories. We do best scene, best line. We do like the Dion Waiters, which is basically like a small side character who just brings absolute heat every time they're on the screen.
Yeah.
And then the MVP of the movie.
Yeah.
But for this one, we got to add an extra category up at the top, and that's best fake trailer.
Fantastic fake trailers, by the way.
Dude, when I first saw the movie, I was like, am I in the right movie? Like,
yes. And it was it was like a common thing where people were like, oh, it's the trailers. And because it starts with the Al Pacino booty sweat.
The booty sweat.
Also, I remember being at theater and when it's out, he's like, I'm Al Pacino. And just like how funny that is that his rapper name is Al Pacino, like Al Pacino, the actor.
Just brilliant writing and like name character.
I like the booty. I like the booty.
Yeah, he had booty sweat energy drink and busted nut bars.
Also, was that Brandon T. Jackson's like one of his first movies?
It had to be. I don't remember
because I feel like he came out of
before.
nowhere, and it was like, dude, this guy's funny as heck.
Yeah, he was really good at that. Yeah, I think that was one of his. Or he was in. No, I was about to say he was in Big Mama, but that was afterwards.
Yeah. Afterwards, he was in a bunch of stuff, but it was like I think this was like his big like breakout.
Yeah,
and
I think so.
And honestly, he holds his own as Al Pacino. He holds his own against like Robert Downey Jr. and Ben Stiller and Jack Black. Like, he killed it.
Yeah, 100%. After Booty Sweat, we had Scorcher Part 6. Ben Stiller's action movies.
He's like, and no one would know that they would need him get 3 more times. And it's like 4, 3, 4, 5. Like just rolled up in Roman numerals.
Yeah. He was like, here we go again. Again. Yes. Also, just great and poking fun of what I assume they were poking fun at was the Fast and Furious franchise at the time. Like just making multiple movies.
I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, if anything, it was kind of leading on to movies that would do sequel. I mean, literally, there's like 10 Fast and Furious sequels. There's like 8 Rocky movies. Don't get me wrong. I love the Rocky movies. I love the Creed movies. But it's like, you know, this was even before all those movies were coming out.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Actually, you're right, because I think only 3 Fast and Furious may have been out at that point. Maybe 4.
Maybe.
But yeah. Then we had Jack Black's trailer, The Fatties, Part 2. Just a Nutty Professor ripoff.
So good. Very funny. Yeah. I mean, it's literally a Nutty Professor ripoff with Jack Black playing, you know, 8 characters and everything's about releasing gas.
Yeah. Just flatulence all over the place.
There might be a Fatties 3 coming down the line. Might be a part for you.
Yeah. And then my personal favorite trailer, Satan's Alley, Robert Downey Jr.'s, where he plays a gay priest with Toby Maguire as his gay lover.
I also love that the Kurt Lazarus, which is Robert Downey Jr.'s character, how he's like a 5-time Oscar-winning actor, which is like no one's won that many Oscars as an actor.
Yeah.
So it's just like he's so obscenely talented, you know, won all the awards, and then it's like the MTV Best Kiss Award winner,
Toby Maguire. Yeah.
Which he won for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Iconic kiss, upside down kiss.
Yep. And I also
What's
like
your favorite? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say one more thing about the Satan. I also like how they were like winner of Beijing's coveted Crying Monkey Award.
Nish. That one I literally was like, I don't think I ever caught that in the trailer. How funny that is.
That was hilarious. Because everybody puts those like film festival like accolades at the front of their movie.
Yep.
And that was hilarious.
Crying Monkey Award.
Yeah.
I love in that one when as they start to like grab each other's rosary beads, how the music kicks in and it's literally like Chef Kiss on it's like trendy, not very like to me like late 90s, early 2000s like like not techno, but just like that the rhythm and the beat that starts playing is so funny.
Kind of like a seductive kind of tone.
Yes, it's like edgy. It's like an edgy, seductive, like Cruel Intentions or something.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I think Satan's Alley was my favorite.
Dude, when he touches the beats and he's like his eyes roll in the back of his head.
Yeah. Just an all-timer.
Yes.
Booty Sweat would have to be a close second, though.
I mean, Booty Sweat is, I like the booty. I like the booty.
Yeah. Just the sheer shock of that being the first thing.
Yes. And it's like, boom, they just throw you into it.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah. So are we talking only trailers right now for the trailers?
No, we can move on. Go ahead.
No. I'll say I like how they do all three, and then it cuts right into it's like how the men that served in Vietnam, 10 made it home, 8 wrote
out
books,
of the 10.
Yeah, out of those 8,
out of those 4,
4 wrote books about it. Out of those 4, 3 were published. Out of those 2, or out of those whatever, 1 got a movie deal. This is the story of that. Yeah. You're like, the premise of it is just like ridiculous.
Yeah. How they keep breaking it down, like,
no,
we're not done yet. So that's perfect. Let's go and roll that into best scene. Lots of good scenes. It's almost like you almost have to take it at chunks more than actual scenes. I feel like, dude, with this movie.
You're right. It's almost like you have to do it by like sound bits because the jokes just kind of just keep rolling.
Yeah. So should I just list off a few? And then go there.
Yeah,
or...
I mean, just start from the beginning.
Yeah. So obviously the first scene where it's like the real life war scene and like they're into it, everybody's dead serious.
Dude, and I love how it like slowly like it's like starts panning out and you're like, oh, he's the acting starts showing. And then it's like it cuts like the director like staring at him. Yeah. It's perfect though, because it's like a war movie, and then it's like slowly transitions into like you're like, oh, this is the movie. They're acting. He can't do it. He can't hang with them. The director can't control anybody.
Yep. Yeah. And Robert Downey Jr. just in there holding Ben Stiller's exploded hands, like trying to do the scene.
He's like, are we cutting or are we crying?
Yeah. And then that rolled into Ben Stiller when he's like getting a snack from the little bar area and showing like the Access Hollywood.
Yes.
Each actor or everything.
Maria Menounos.
Yeah. So they're going through each one, and like Jack Black has like a serious like cocaine heroin addiction that he's trying to like kick.
Dude, the cutting edge medical skin pigmentation that Robert Downey or Kurt Lazarus goes through.
Yeah. I think my favorite thing in that whole scene though is when Ben Stiller is doing the Tyra Banks interview. And she's like, someone close to you said, yada, yada, yada. And he's like, someone said they were close to me?
Yeah, it's like, yikes. Yeah. Which is funny because that's what Aaron Rodgers said, like, without missing a beat this past season in a press conference. Like, so funny.
Just fantastic delivery there.
Yeah.
We get the video call with Les Grossman, where he's like giving a breakdown of how the movie's going.
Yes. And dude, also, no one knew Tom Cruise was in this movie, or really, at least general population didn't know. I didn't know that Tom Cruise was going to be in it. And then immediately when you see him, you're like, holy crap, that's Tom Cruise in like a fat costume. Dude, fat hands, hairy forearms.
Yeah. So confession, because I had no idea Tom Cruise was going to be in the movie either. And like, so my brain wasn't putting kind of 2 and 2 together. So I didn't realize that was Tom Cruise until like later on in the movie.
That's hilarious.
And I'm like, wait a second. Because you're like, why would Tom Cruise be in this movie?
And to be fair, up to that point, that wasn't really a Tom Cruise thing.
No, 100% not.
To be that like self-aware and do something so silly.
Extremely silly.
Hit him really fucking hard in the face.
Yeah. And he gives that like grunt after he hits him.
Dude, and then when the Nick Nolte's character is talking about, he's like, you gotta get him in the shit. And then he's like, thank you. He's like, thank you for your service. There's nothing, we can't make it up to you. Now shut the fuck up and let me make my movie.
Yeah. And then Bill Hader as his assistant in the back. He's just so hilarious. He's like, you spank that ass, Les.
Yeah. He's like,
yeah. Oh man, just fantastic all around. And then, so I got a little bit better. In the past movie episodes that we did, I would just write down every scene from get-go. So I kind of spread it out a little bit more this time around.
Well, I mean... Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to shortchange the movie. It's very funny.
No, I know. That's why I'll leave it up to you to bring in anything that I may have forgotten.
Okay.
And then I have when they go off the grid and they got, that's just the name of the game.
Yeah.
And the helicopter. Yeah. And they land and he's going through this whole bit about how he's got cameras planted all over the forest. And
I am your god.
Yeah. And then he steps on the button. And I was just like looking around like, what the?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great. The fake head, the blood, the corn. He's like, warm, blood-tasting
corn syrup. Yeah.
Dude, when he after that and the gunfight breaks out and he's like doing like the arm in the air as he's like shooting with his hand like in the air.
Yeah.
Doing the whatever. And he's like, that's the trailer.
Yeah. And it's funny how everything went hand in hand with how he like had the script written basically.
Yes.
So like Ben Stiller had no idea what was going on.
Yep. Danny McBride.
Yeah.
Just we'll get into a Danny McBride conversation because
yeah,
like a little hint. He might be my winner of Dion Waiters.
Dude, yeah. We're jumping ahead, but Dion Waiters, stacked category. This movie.
Oh my gosh, yes,
stacked category.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the scenes.
Sorry.
Then we get to the. All right, we're getting to this part of the pod again. We're just quoting the movie. Okay.
Quote movies, all in good fun.
All in good fun. Okay. Robert Downey and Ben Stiller talking about Simple Jack.
Oh my gosh.
And his performance is Simple
Dude,
Jack.
and it's literally one of those you're like, holy cow. He's like, what he's talking about is like Hollywood.
Yeah, 100%.
He's like, Sean Penn?
Yeah.
I am Sam, one full retard. No Oscar.
Yeah.
Like how he just breaks it down to him. He's like, no, he's like, you acted too stupid.
Yeah.
He's like, people can't relate.
Yeah. And when he started the conversation, Robert Downey's like, you really went all out on that one.
He's like, he's like, I was getting like lost in there. He's like, maybe I am like retarded. Yeah. He's like,
I watched a lot of retarded people do a lot of retarded things. Oh man. Just all time.
Dude, when he's talking about Forrest Gump, he's like, Forrest Gump, ping pong, not retarded. Like how he's like breaking down all the characters. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
Yeah. Oh man. But that whole scene is fantastic. With just having that one-on-one, just that dialogue back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And then a contender for best line whenever Ben Stiller's talking about how he's like watching him and really learning and trying to like dive in. And Robert Downey Jr. is like, you just farting in bathtubs and laughing your ass off.
Laughing your ass off.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, well, he's like, stupid ass.
Yeah, stupid ass Jack. Yeah, stupid ass Jack.
And he's like, well, yeah, kind of in the character. He's like, as the character, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. When Ben Stiller kills the panda and he calls Matthew McConaughey.
So before that, Anish,
yeah,
when he goes over to when they're lost by the river. And he goes over to him and he's like, hey, he's like, when Rambo won, it was like kind of puffy. He's like, Rambo, so he goes back, he's all shredded and jacked. He's like, yeah, he's like, that's how you look. And
yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, how'd you do that? How you doing that? He's like, I'm trying to bulk up too. And he's like, why? He's like, oh really? He's like, you eating clean? Give me that goddamn map. He like takes something.
Yeah. Yeah. That was hilarious. Oh man, dude. Robert Downey Jr. in this movie was just
I literally think every single line he has in the movie is like hilarious. It's so like out of like left field that you're like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
And he's doing it in like the voice too. Yes. Which makes it like so freaking funny.
I mean, Anish, he doesn't break character until he does the DVD commentary.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, so that was a good one. When he kills the panda and he calls Matthew McConaughey his agent. He's like, I killed the thing I love the most. He's like, a hooker?
He's like, oh God, you killed a hooker.
Yeah.
He's like,
no, a panda. He's like, Amanda. It doesn't matter what her name is.
He's like, dude, you think that's not even her real name?
Yeah. Just fantastic there.
Yes.
When he gets captured and they're torturing Tug by dunking him in and out of the water, and every time he comes up, he's like, "Cut, Damien, cut!" Like no self-awareness that he's actually being taken hostage.
Yes.
Like, oh man. The negotiation scene between the
flaming dragon and
the
Les
flaming
Grossman.
dragons and Les Grossman. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna give you a hobo's dick cheese. How about that?
Dude, Anish, hold on. There's a whole breakdown of his quote, the negotiation. God, now I gotta find it. This is bad podcasting here.
But yeah, well, you look that up afterwards where they do the boots with the fur and like him and Bill Hader are just dancing.
At G5.
Yeah. He's like, we don't negotiate with terrorists. Matthew McConaughey's looking around like, what the fuck?
Dude, that movie's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
God, that movie's funny.
And when he's about to hang up on the Flaming Dragon, he's like, go fuck yourself.
He's like, okay, Flaming Dragon, fuckface.
Yeah.
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own face.
Oh man. This movie doesn't work if Tom Cruise doesn't fully commit, or any of these characters.
I was gonna say
you need
like Ben Still, like, and they talk about at the end, like he's like, you insecure actors, how they're like lost in themselves. But
Yeah.
you need Ben Stiller being like the action, the kind of the simple Jack action hero. You need the super serious method actor Rob Downey Jr., the drugged up comedic actor Jack Black. You know, the Jay Baruchel being just like the newbie on the movie. You know, the Tom Cruise being the crazy, producer agent. It's fantastic, because you're right. If it's not like they're like truly like committed to like all the roles.
Yeah, 100%. And then I had when like the other actors are having that powwow the night before they're doing the breakout, they got Jack Black tied to a tree because they find out he's like addicted to cocaine.
He's like, okay. He's like, if you want me to help you, he's like, you're gonna have to literally strap me down to a tree. Tie me to a tree.
Yeah. And they're all just kind of like having heart to hearts.
Yes. Around the fire is like Alpa's sewing.
Yeah. And when Jay Baruchel character like says something to Jack Black's character, he calls his mom like a cankerous whore, and like 2 seconds later he's like, hey man, remember way back when I called your mom a cankerous whore? I didn't mean that. Yeah.
He's like, okay guys, I'm serious. Okay, I'm over it. You can let me down now.
Yeah.
And then, but I mean, then he goes, it's dirty, guys. This is a dirty quote. But when he's like, I will literally, after it comes out that Al Pacino is gay and that he's in love with Lance Bass. He's like, hey Alpa. He's like, I will literally suck your cock right now.
He's like, cradle the balls, stroke the chaff, work the pipe, swallow the gravy. But he does a little jaw thing where he's like,
dude, Jack Black is like, he's like a extreme meter is all the way to the most extreme the whole movie when he's like he's doing like the facial expressions about his like gummy bears and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's like, guys, I have a confession to make. Those weren't jelly beans. He's like, no.
Dude, when he drinks the bat's blood after it overdoses on his like heroin bag or whatever it is.
Yeah.
He's like, you OD'd.
Yeah. And then whenever Alpa obviously reveals that he's gay, and Al Pacino or Robert Downey Jr. is like, man, everyone's gay once in a while. It's Hollywood.
He's like, Leia. Yeah, dude. He's like, it's Hollywood.
Yeah. Oh man. And then I had the whole breakout scene, like literally from the moment where they get in there. Just fantastic.
Dude, it's so damn funny. And when Robert Downey Jr. finally goes, he's like, you said poppy feed, now you said rice field, now you said poppy field. What is it? He's like, what are you, farmer? He's like, I'm a land farmer, motherfucker. Just shooting fake blinks.
Yeah, just blank bullets.
Anish, you let out the part you make me happy.
Yeah.
The Simple Jack, when they do the play and make him do the play over.
Yeah, they make him wear that old man's dentures.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's so nasty.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so Anish, back to before they do the campfire and they're kind of planning before they do the breakout scene. They're observing, and they're making Ben Stiller's character redo the play of Simple Jack, and he's like, oh, that's painful. That's what Al Pacino says, and then choose Rob Downey Jr.'s character. He's like to give the man credit. He's like, he dialed down the whatever. He's like, now he's really acting. Audience can connect.
Yeah.
Like he's
like a proud father.
Yes. He's like critiquing his acting as he's like being held as a POW.
Yeah. And how the little kid that's at the camp with them, he's like, he's my son now.
He gives I didn't realize until this time. I mean, I've seen this movie 50 times, but I didn't realize that he made him an Oscar figurine out of wood.
Oh yeah,
like he said, true. He says, he's like, oh, little Oscar made out of wood. He's like, it's fine. It's not the same.
That's funny. And then I had the whole closing credits with the
Nutless monkey could do your job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously, a nutless monkey. He's like, all right, thank you.
Yeah. He's like, get out of here.
He's like, go take credit for all this. He's like, no, I would. He's like, no, I know. He's like,
Yeah.
a nutless monkey. Do your job.
Oh man. So just fantastic. Literally every scene in the movie could have been listed here, to be honest. Because like you said, it's joke after joke after joke. Like just
I mean, yes, yeah. Yeah. It's like, and honestly, when I was going back on the rewatch, I was thinking, I'm like, what parts of this movie do I like think are like you can like skip or like kind of doze off on? And I was originally thinking, I'm like, it's gotta be like the panda scenes when like Ben Stiller's on his own.
yeah.
But that scene is like very funny. Like it's he's like watching like Star Trek or whatever on his like iPod.
Yeah.
In the rain or whatever, and then he kills the panda. And, like that's very funny. It goes right to Matthew McConaughey's character, who's sneaky Dion Waiters Award. He check.
Yep.
Very funny.
Very funny. What would you say is your favorite scene though? Like,
Dude,
all the ones you listed, or maybe
that
not
is so
listed.
tough. I'm not gonna lie, that is so tough. I think you're right. I think which is kind of crazy that I almost want to say like any of the Tom Cruise scenes, like the negotiation, or when he's talking to Matthew McConaughey's character about like he's like, in a long time, he's like, we will mourn his death. Talk about Ben Stiller. He's like, we will mourn his passing. He's like, and then a long time we will file an insurance claim. And Bill Hader's like, preferably in the same fiscal calendar year.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
so
hilarious.
funny. So like the Les Grossman scenes, but then, I mean, honestly, I would say from after they get dropped off in the jungle, the director gets blown up. And then you could literally do any, like the river scene when he's like, come on. He's like, what's wrong with you people? He's like, what do you mean you people? Yeah. And then Brendan Jack's like, what do you mean you people?
Yeah.
Because that goes to we're supposed to be a unit. And he's like, suck my unit.
Yeah. Suck my unit. Yeah.
Like that's hilarious. Like you said, the Jack Black going through withdrawals and doing the campfire scene is hilarious. The breaking down like you never go full retard. Like that scene is hilarious. So I understand it's really tough to pick just one.
Yeah.
What are you picking?
I think for me it's got to be the Robert Downey Jr. and Ben Stiller talking about Simple Jack.
Yeah, dude.
Like, because from there it goes right into like them, like Robert Downey Jr. like trying to coerce like Jay Baruchel. Like him and Ben Stiller are both trying to like coerce Jay Baruchel to be on their side of this.
Oh my gosh, dude! When he walks over, he's like, I don't have to pee. He's like, I'm trying to talk at you.
Yeah.
And then Ben Stiller comes over and he pops the booty sweat bottle. Oh, it's just like, the can's spewing everywhere. He's like squeezing it, like the can's like crumpling.
Yeah. Yeah, literally goes from that to that, and then the goddamn map.
Yeah, when he takes the map and he makes the Jay Baruchel character read the map, and he's like, we're going in the wrong direction. And Robert Downey Jr. is like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So maybe post the director getting blown up to Ben Stiller getting separated might be the funniest stretch, but then after that, Anish, we haven't even talked about it. It's when they're walking through the jungle and Jay Baruchel's character is breaking down what happened between Blu-ray and HD DVD HD.
You're like, you talking to me?
Yes. He's like, it was what the deciding factor was a split between sports. He's like, and porn, and everybody knows whichever medium porn choosing. He's like, you've been talking to me this whole time. He's like, well, he's like, Jesus, man,
yeah, Jesus fucking Christ, man. I'm just talking out openly.
Yeah, I was just talking to whoever. And he's like, golly.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this one you have to go with the stretch. You can't just do one scene.
I was saying, Nestor, what about whenever they think we even talked about the Danny McBride character, whenever they think they've blown up the director, and he's like, listen. He's like, I'm gonna be real with you. He's like, this shit will ruin me. I almost blinded Jamie Lee Curtis on Freaky Friday. That's a hilarious quote. That's so damn funny too.
That's so funny because like I feel like that happens so many times in like actual Hollywood, like the industry, like special effects and like explosions.
Yes, and you got like crazy ass dudes who like to blow up things, and he dude in the beginning, after the intro scene goes to crap and they ruin the big explosion scene, and it just shows Danny McBride with like a flamethrower torching like a dummy. In like the background, like he's just like shooting a dummy with like a military clothes on, just like with like a flamethrower.
Yeah. So I think this will be a good transition into best line because
oh my gosh,
there's so many. Again,
And
I'll just
Anish, like Superbad, this is a movie where literally you're like, oh yeah, there's 50 quotes from here that are in like just normal vernacular.
rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like at the beginning where he's like, I can't feel my legs. Or at the end, he's like, no, there's just a puddle of water.
He's like, oh, good.
Yeah. Danny McBride, he's like, I'm trying to put Tiger Bomb on the jungle's nuts.
Dude, when he's like talking about when he blows up, though, he's like, when the director's losing his mind, he's like, that's the signal, go, go, go. And he blows up the big explosion line. And he's like, Mother Nature just wet her pants.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like he's such an interesting, like an insane character.
Just over the top.
Yes.
Like,
oh, Anish. Okay, here's another one of my favorite quotes from the movie when you find out that Sergeant Fourleaf actually has hands, that he didn't lose his hands in Vietnam and he didn't even serve. And so there's a line, there's two quotes here, Nish. The first one is when Danny McBride's like, hey, I see you have a gun in your hip. He's like, what's it called? He's like, I don't know what it's called. I just know the sound it makes when it takes a man's life. And he's like, all right. And then later on, whenever they give it the flamethrower or whatever, and he's like, how do I use it? He's like, I don't know. He's like, I just know it's the sound it makes when someone lies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are two good like tandem quotes.
And how salty he is, that four-leaf line the whole time.
He's like, dude, I looked up to you.
Yeah. What does he call the book? He's like, this is my whatever. What was
Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah, Catcher in the Rye. That's what it was.
He's like, it's a bit of my Catcher in the Rye. Drift.
Oh man. Oh, I had that. You was farting in bathtubs and laughing your ass off.
That's a great one. I mean,
that's hilarious,
dude. The you never go full retard is like that's and it's one of those, you could use it when someone's being like too dramatic, too silly, too whatever, too
over the top. Yeah,
that's a great way. I mean, you people is a great one. What do you mean, you people?
Yeah, my unit.
Yeah, suck my unit's a good one. Or I mean, these are all Kirk Lazarus quotes.
All of them.
I'm the dude playing the dude disguised as another dude.
All timer.
Mm-hmm.
All timer. Pump and brakes, kid. That man's a national treasure.
Dude, oh, I'm sorry. Did a dingo eat your baby?
Yeah.
Hey, you know it's a real story, right? One less baby. Dude, when he's talking, he's like, when they're like trying to get home and he just starts going into like his character lines or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, we'll get back home, get some gumbo. And he's like, whatever. Like that whole scene, he's like, whatever. That one's great.
Yeah. I don't read scripts. The script reads me.
I don't drop character till I've done the DVD commentary.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Obviously I'm a lead farmer motherfucker.
I'm a lead farmer. A Nutless Monkey is one of my favorite ones.
That's hilarious. Oh man. Those are the real ones that like I feel like we say all the time. I'm trying to think of other ones that I had written down here.
I love the cut. That's the trailer right there. That's the trailer.
Yeah.
That because he's so stupid.
Yeah.
And you said it too though. It's like someone said they were close to me. Like if you can drop that at a funny moment, like that's fantastic.
That's an all-time line.
Yeah.
That's like no self-awareness, like like you're disconnected from everybody and anything.
Dude, I mean, and like I said it already, but like I almost blinded Jamie Lee Curtis on freaking Friday. Yeah, like that's a fantastic quote. If you mess something up.
Yeah. Oh man, what's your go-to though? If you had to pick one, gun to your head, you had to pick one.
Dude, I would honestly, sadly, it's more indicative of my own personality. I can't tell you how many times I've been outside doing things or whatever, and I'll be like, Mother Nature just wet her pants.
Yeah.
That one just cracks me up. It cracks me up, man.
Yeah, that one was hilarious, dude.
Yeah, I love that hilarious.
One.
I mean, how many times did we say in college in this? You make me happy. We said that one a lot. We said you never go full retard. We said that one a lot.
We did say that one a lot. When I say when I say more nowadays in the old age is I can't feel my legs.
And so when we play Warzone, shout out Drew. He wants more victory talk about our Warzone campaigns on Call of Duty. We literally sometimes we'll be talking about a different kind of gun and how you build it out and whatever. And we'll be like, I don't know what it's called. I just know the sound it makes when it takes a man's life.
Yeah. Oh man. Just don't. I don't know if I can pick one, to be honest.
I mean, and honestly, I've never flown on a G5, but I mean, like literally, you could be like a G5.
Yeah.
and a boatload of money.
Yeah. Fantastic. All right. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna come up with like
You
one
can't.
specific line. And I
It's
feel
one of
like
those
you
things.
can't.
Like, yeah, you just can't. It's like there's so many for so many different scenarios. Like, it's so good.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to probably the best category for this movie. Dion Waiters.
Mm,
Lots of good options here.
so many good options, dude.
So three come to my mind off the top. Tom
Okay.
Cruise, Matthew McConaughey, Danny McBride.
Dude, boom, boom, boom. Does Nick Nolte count? Now, granted, he's a very like acquired to me. He's like an acquired taste.
Yeah, I think if we got Danny McBride in there,
Yeah.
you got to put Nick Nolte because they're basically in all the scenes together for the most part.
All right, Anish, that's a tough one.
It's tough, dude.
I mean,
It's
Bill
tough.
Hader too. Bill Hader has so many funny lines,
Yeah,
dude.
Bill Hader throwing heat.
He's like, oh, when they're dancing, and he's like trying to make the pitch to
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey, and he's like, oh.
Fun fact: this and Forgetting Sarah Marshall came out in the same year. So
Whoa,
Get
Bill
on-
Hader.
Bill Hader,
Sneaky
man.
rolls him. Dude, Anish, I missed it in the first. There's two different parts. There's a part when the first video conference goes down, and Les Grossman is like bitching at them all for going over budget 5 days into production, and they're already like insanely behind schedule. But Bill Hader's wearing a hat, and like for movies they'll do like promotional hats, like all the crew or whatever. He's wearing a hat, and it says "Scent of a Woman," which is it's an Al Pacino movie.
That's
hilarious. That he
hilarious.
won an Oscar for. But he's wearing "Son of a Woman," and there's another scene later on where someone and I it went by too fast, and I meant to look it up again. But there's like another like weird obscure movie like hat that someone's wearing that someone was like, "Hey, put in Son of a Woman hat."
Yeah,
but Bill Hader's wearing that hat.
That's hilarious. Yeah, dude. So I mean, they're all really good options, and it's hard to pick.
There's only one.
I feel like I know what you're gonna go with.
It's Tom Cruise.
Okay. I thought you were gonna zaggle me and go Danny McBride.
So I love Danny McBride, but if I'm talking about who came into the movie throwing heat, and literally every single line is like insane, funny, like whatever, is Tom Cruise. Like he's so damn like unhinged. When he dances, we even talk about it. You talk about him dancing. He's just like He's like woo woo, and he's like throwing the chain. Back up, motherfucker.
And the way he
know me like that.
The way he uses the word "fuck" as like a verb, a noun, like just everything.
Dude, as he's like screaming and he hangs up and he's like, "We do not negotiate with terrorists."
Everybody's just clapping around the room.
Yeah, they're like, "Yeah, that's right. You're our leader."
Yeah, it's got to be Tom Cruise. Just absolute heat. No one.
Danny McBride has, he's got silly lines, but it's like Tom Cruise is just like on another level.
Yeah, and like you said, not many people knew he was going to be in this movie, and I feel like if you knew he was going to be in the movie, they did a good job of like keeping under wraps like what his role was going to be.
Yeah, I had no clue Tom Cruise was going to be in the movie.
Yeah, same. I was in your boat.
Yeah.
So the fact that you see him and he's doing like this type of character, like being so over the top.
Yep. And I think this was after his whole like weird, like Kate Hudson, or I'm sorry, not Kate Hudson. What was his wife's name from Batman Begins? I can't think of her name.
It's Kate something.
I know. Dang it, Anish. Kate
Dude.
Holmes. Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes. Yeah.
Katie Holmes. So it was after his divorce with Katie Holmes. It was after the weird Oprah interview and his whole like his religious, issues that people, and his like he went after the medical society, which turned out to be he might have been onto something. Conspiracy corner. Thinking grenades. Thinking grenade for section, you. Yeah. But it was almost like it was like a little bit of like a jump start to like, you're like, Tom Cruise rules. Like, I don't want to know your personal life. I just want to see you in some kick-ass movies and doing some, doing a silly role.
Yeah. Like, do you entertain me right now?
Yes, and he does.
Yeah.
And he does.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So I would. But Anish, I feel like this is the time we need to give Matthew McConaughey some flowers, because he is also, he's like Tug Nuts.
Yeah. Tugger Nuts.
Yeah. And then he's like, "How's the adoption going?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well," he's like, "Not good." And he's like, "Well, at least you get to choose yours. I'm stuck with mine." And it's like a picture of his son, like his weirdo looking emo son.
Yeah. Like twice his size.
Yes. Black hair, like a bowl cut.
Oh, we forgot to say, like, also, like, when he's talking about, like, how's the adoption going, and that's why Ben Stiller has that little kid that builds
Yeah,
little
half squat.
Oscars at you. Yeah, half quiet. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna go back. I gotta be with these people,
Dude,
and he's like,
I was wrong.
yeah, and he's like stabbing him in the back.
Dude. And, okay, so when he throws the kid off the bridge, he's like a cartoon, like a starfish,
like just
flying
cartwheel over cartwheel.
Yeah. Yes. And then it shows him like on the side, like on the riverbank.
Yeah.
And then another Matthew McConaughey quote. Besides the G5, he's like, "You want me to throw away my client and friend of over 15 years?" He's like, "For a G5 airplane," like that whole scene. But then at the end, when he's all upset about TiVo and that contract and what he negotiated for, and in the book, whatever, the Four Leaf loses his hands because he deflects the RPG at the last second. But in this one, Matthew McConaughey's character shows up out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
And he's like, "My client wants TiVo. I got you, TiVo." And he throws the TiVo box that blows up their grenade. I think the reason why that one doesn't stick around as much is because TiVo is gone. Like TiVo had like a 10-year run, and then DirecTV and everything, the internet took it away.
Yeah. Everybody had the technology.
and then it shows Matthew McConaughey like hauling ass, like a CGI hauling ass through the jungle.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh every single time watching him just like run away.
Oh man. Yeah. Matthew McConaughey, great job.
Yep.
Great
Very
job.
funny.
Very
Funny guy.
Very likable. Yeah. All right. Let's move on. Last category. MVP of the movie.
Man, I know mine.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have the same answer again. I think it comes down to two people.
1, 2, count of 3. We'll do this. We'll say who our winners are.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Robert Downey Jr. Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. I was gonna say that. Robert Downey Jr.
I made you stutter.
Yeah. I was like, is he? Yeah, he said the same one.
Yeah, hands down. I mean, dude, just picking best lines. Like literally 90% of our lines that we wrote down were from Robert Downey Jr.
90% of the best quotes are from him, and that's 100% of his lines.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, okay, so disclaimer: we got to do the topical thing nowadays. The audacity to have a white actor do blackface and play an African American is like, you're like, that would never happen. People would be so pissed off. At the time the movie came out, nobody cared. People were more mad that Ben Stiller was portraying Simple Jack.
Yeah,
like it was more about like, oh, you can't show mentally impaired people that way. Not even they were fine with the Robert Downey Jr. character, and then now you're like, but I will say this: I think the comedy has won out. Like I think Tropic Thunder in 50 years is still going to be like an hilarious movie. Yes.
Yeah, hilarious. Yeah, I agree with you. I also think the movie does a good job of like making fun of that fact though too.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
because Al Pacino's like, because Al Pacino's like one good black roll and they give it to Crocodile Dundee.
Literally, he's like, there's one good black roll and they gave it to a white guy. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they do a good job of like making fun. They're aware of like what they're doing and the choices they're making.
And I think that's like the whole comedy bit of it. It's like they're literally making fun of what lengths people will go to like be an actor.
Yeah.
To chase the awards and accolades and stuff. He literally dyed his skin a different pigment.
Yeah. I mean, look, as dumb comedy as this movie is and how funny it is, like, you kind of have to be a little bit smart to understand like what they're trying to say. Like, you can't just watch it and be offended about everything, because then you're missing the whole point.
I mean, honestly, if you're offended about anything, the whole movie would be like not good to you.
Yeah.
Literally, the whole movie is making fun of veterans, people who pretend to be veterans, action stars, comedy coke addicts, like Australians who do go through skin pigmentation surgery, like all of it. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so funny.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, but I agree. To me, even though I didn't know that Ben Stiller wrote and directed it with Justin Theroux.
Yeah.
Did not know Justin Theroux was like a comedy guy.
Yeah, he's like in all like dramatic
The Leftovers.
Stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, very, very Very good. Was this Ben Stiller's like first directing movie?
Ooh,
Like the first one he directed?
that's a
'Cause I
good
know
question, Anish.
Because I know he got into directing around this time, but I'm not sure if this was his first or not. I feel like he did like. I feel like he must have done like dodgeball or like something like that
Anish,
beforehand.
Zoolander was his first one.
Ah, okay, yeah.
No,
that
no,
makes
no, no.
sense.
I take that back. Whoa. Dude, we were way okay. So he did Reality Bites in 1994, which is a pretty good movie.
He
He also
directed that?
did, dude. He directed The Cable
Damn.
Guy.
Oh, you know what?
Jim
I knew
Carrey,
that.
Matthew
I knew that.
Broderick.
Yeah, I knew that. I just totally forgot about that. Great movie.
He's a talented man.
Yeah, dude, Cable Guy when he's like in the elevator and he's like playing, or he's on the phone. He's like, "Please hold." He's like,
Oh my God, Anish. we used to do the da 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 da
all the time, dude. Oh man, for some reason, so like at
He's
Tech,
also doing Severance. Just so you know,
dude, Severance is really good, very good. Dude, I was gonna say though, for some reason at Tech, like every night they'd play like a movie.
Yep.
Like on the channel, like on the local tech channel.
Yep.
And for some reason, Cable Guy came on like 3 out of the 7 nights for
Dude,
the entire freshman year.
when they do
and we'd watch it every time.
when they do like the medieval times meal,
Yeah.
and he's like dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
when they're doing like the and he's like trying to.
Oh man,
That's a very underrated movie, dude.
very underrated.
Very dark. It's a very dark movie.
It really is. It really is.
Very dark movie, but
Yeah.
But Ben Stiller, he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing, man. He's got it.
Still got it.
He's still got it, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're talking about who won the movie. Robert Downey Jr. definitely won the movie, even though Ben Stiller's kind of one of the co-leads, directed it and wrote it. Pretty damn good, and it made $100 million more than the budget.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
which is pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, both those guys, they're still like on their way to the moon, like to this day.
When Brandon comes back to our podcast, if he ever does,
Yeah.
we're gonna tell him, "Hey, Brandon, a nutless monkey can do your job. Listen, a nutless monkey."
Oh man. Oh. I'm sure he'll appreciate that and
He
take
was-
that
yeah.
very. He won't get mad about that.
No, not at all. He doesn't. He's not sensitive.
No.
He can't take a joke.
Yeah. Hey, we're all sensitive every now and
Yeah, dude, we all get offended.
then. Yeah.
Just Brandon more than others. I mean, some of us more than others.
Yeah. Oh man.
Brandon knows the rule. Don't be the one. If there's 3 of us, don't be the one, the odd man out.
Yeah. Because listen,
You're
if I'm the odd man out, there's just not gonna be an episode.
Or no. And I was gonna, no, I'll say an Anish more. It's like if you're the odd man out, we're gonna make fun of you the entire time. And if I'm not here, I would fully expect you guys making fun of jokes at
Yeah.
my expense. And Anish, when you're gone, we're gonna make jokes at your expense. Okay?
Yeah. Exactly.
It's just the way it goes.
We did make jokes at. There was one episode you weren't here because you were like sick as a dog,
Yep.
and it was like the episode after you had bad internet connection. So we made fun of you about that.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
That was the early days. That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah. That was like episode 4. We're on episode
internet time?
500.
Yeah, in internet time? That was like
Yeah.
episode 2?
Yeah.
AOL days?
AOL days. Dial
That's why
up.
my internet was bad.
Yeah. You're running dial up still. Oh man. Anything else about this movie, Eric? Before we get out of here, I know we already talked a lot about it, but
I love
so
it.
damn good.
It's so funny.
So funny.
They need to make more movies like this. And listen, kids, I know we have a gigantic audience. So listen, if one of you kids out there that's listening to this podcast, go make funny stuff.
Yeah.
You're talented, and don't be like Brandon. Don't be a nutless monkey. Okay? Go make funny content. It's out there.
Yeah. It's out there, man. It's out there. You just gotta do it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. That's
Just
all we gotta say.
Get a studio to commit $97 million to your budget.
Yeah.
And then you go make a funny comedy.
Yeah. It's like Field of Dreams. You make it and they will come.
You know, exactly. And here's a weird thing to think about. So this movie was made in 2008. It's about Vietnam, which was like the late 60s to the early 70s, which I guess I'm a smart guy. I just watched a documentary on this. What's crazy is think about in like 2070, what if somebody makes a comedy movie about Afghanistan?
Yeah.
Because that's essentially the same like time frame of like Vietnam to like we're like, oh, it's funny, it's Vietnam. When Vietnam was, granted, I just watched did I tell you I watched a documentary on Vietnam lately, which ties up perfectly with this. But it's kind of like the same thing. It's like the same like messed up war movies.
Yeah.
So hey, it'll be funny in about 30 years.
Yeah. Time heals all, right?
Time heals all.
Time heals all, man. Oh man. All right, Eric. Another good movie pod. We'll definitely do more of these. I know we definitely talked about it a little bit when we did our 2000s comedy
And if you
draft.
don't, and we've been doing comedies because, believe it or not, we like to make jokes and have fun on this podcast. Guess what? We don't take a lot of things very seriously. So if you want us to do like Romeo and Juliet or something, let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if there's a serious movie out there you want us to do. Here's our take on.
We can do Amistad. I'll do Amistad.
Amistad. Oh man,
I think we're the right podcast to do a rewatchables on Amistad.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Well, if that's all, man. Another great episode. Another great movie episode. We'll catch you next week.